Hi, hello there. My name is Shawn Dean. I'm from Clearwater, Florida. Little background on myself. Grew up in Clearwater, traveled a lot. Just seemed like something fun to do. This here's my father, Jimmy Dean. He was gracious enough to jump in and do this with me, be my partner. I'll tell you a little about his background. Go ahead.
All right, yeah, I'm Sean's father. I'm 64 years old. I will be, by the time the challenge comes, I will have been retired from the airline business. I'm a pilot. I've been flying for about 40 some years. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because my son asked me to.
One of the main reasons I'm doing this, well, there's a few reasons actually. I had a heart attack, surprise, about 3 or 4 months ago, and I just want to prove to people that I can still do something like this, number one. Number two, it just seems like something fun to do. It's something, I'm bored. I'm practically semi-retired. I don't have much else to do. And the main reason is because I've always been good at everything I do, and I want to make sure it's not a big fish in a small pond kind of thing. I want to make sure I'm really as good as I think I am. As far as strengths, we've traveled a lot. We've traveled together a lot, mostly Vegas, Atlantic City, also family trips to Oklahoma, all over the country, basically. Road trips, plane trips, any mode of transportation. But we both think this is something we could do easily enough.
Well, actually, his heart attack wasn't a real surprise because I've had a couple of them myself. That's why I was on disability for a while from the airlines. Some of my background is I'm the son of a military. I'm a military brat. I'm the son of an Air Force enlisted person. I grew up around the world, somewhat in the States, Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama, Spain, England. Went to college at the United States Air Force Academy. My class, you may have heard of Sully Sullenberger from Miracle on the Hudson. He was down the hall from me, and you probably didn't realize he carried a toothbrush with him all the time back then. After going to the Air Force Academy, I went to pilot training, flew in the military, worldwide, flying C-141s. We're right at the tail end of Vietnam. We handled things like Jonestown, Zaire, Idi Amin kicking us out, things of that nature. Got involved in, after I got out of the Air Force and they started laying people off from the airlines, did a few, some consulting and construction business, finally went back into the airlines, flew freight with the Airborne Express, which was a lot like DHL and FedEx. Like I say, once again, I've been around the world. Sean's mother and I were married, way back in '79. That lasted for quite a while, but one of my biggest weaknesses appears to be marriage. I'm not real good at it. I've been married about 3 times now. But I do try to be a father.
Yeah, that much works.
And so he's asked me to be on this, and I think we do have the strength. Sean's extremely intelligent, of course, being a member of Mensa. And I can be a sounding board for him when we go through some questions. I do have a feeling that we would...
Well, I think one of our good strengths would be that we are both capable of leading, we're both capable of following, whatever the need may be. If there's something you're better at than I am, I have no problem following what you do, and if there's something I'm better at, I think you'd be able to follow right along as well. I don't see us arguing too much over what to do, and if we do, I'm sure they would love to see a father-son team blow up and implode at each other, so...
I don't think that's happened much in the past.
But, it'd make for good TV. I don't know where to look at on this thing. My eyes keep darting around. But yeah, I think we'd be a fun team. We'd have a lot of good times. We're both the kind of people that go out and, hell, I've gone out for one drink and ended up on a plane. So you never know what's going to happen with us. And I think it would be just an interesting and a good challenge for both of us. We're both able to get off the grid easily enough. We can both take the time off to disappear. And I wouldn't mind having a month away from a cell phone and not having to talk to anybody.
We have taken several trips together. Quite frankly, they've usually been someplace like Las Vegas or Atlantic City or somewhere of that nature, probably, a week, 10 days at a time. You have asked the longest that I've been away from him, and that has been as much as 3 months during some of our training programs for the airlines. One of the other questions you had on the application was whether you prefer a rural or an urban location. I'm not really sure. I kind of like both ideas.
Good question, actually. I didn't know either way. Oh, one of the questions Lisa did write for me was, what's your nickname? And they all, because my nickname is Captain Awesome, and she want to know why people call me that. And I honestly don't know where the nickname came from, but I'm not going to say no to it. So I like the nickname. It's a good nickname.
I wish I only had one nickname. I was involved with the union, pilots union at Airborne Express for quite years. Once I was vice president for a while, I was steward for a while, so I've been involved in quite a bit of that. You've asked if we've been on TV before. I have been on TV with strike committee and things of this nature. Shawn, I know, has been on the radio promoting his business.
And TV commercials, all kind of good stuff. But we're almost hitting 6 minutes now, so we should probably wrap it up and say, please pick us. We'd love to do it. And I think we'd be really good at it. We'd be your odds-on favorite to win. So, all right, thank you.